Nexxlegacy.
Fenty Beauty by Rihanna was created with the promise of inclusion for everyone, with an unmatched offering of shades and colors for all skin tones. You'll never look elsewhere for your beauty staples. Danaya Azure Radio is now sponsored by Fenty Beauty. Browse their foundation line, lip colors, and so much more. All you have to do is go to www.danayaazure.com. That's www.danayaazure.com. And click on the link that says Nexxlegacy Fenty.
Nexxlegacy.
5, 4, 3, 2, and...
Hi, I'm Tia Dwana, and you're now tuned in to Danaya Azure Radio.
Hello, Tia. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I found this phenomenal queen on Instagram, and she is definitely doing her thing because she makes custom doll wigs from human hair. How in the world did this all come to be, Miss Lady?
So it came because one night, my daughter I'm a wig maker. I've been making wigs since I started right at the beginning of COVID, so January of 2020. And that whole day, the whole thing of how it came about was just crazy because I found myself kind of getting bored with wig making, and I was like, I don't just want to throw this talent away. So I was just praying. I'm like, I know that there's something I can do out of this. So literally that same night, my daughter came. I was falling asleep. My daughter came in my room crying because she had just got a new doll for Christmas, and she put it in the tub, messed the hair up. So she came in there crying. I was like, girl, if you don't get out of my face with this. So I'm falling asleep. I'm literally falling asleep. And it just came out of nowhere. Like I just jumped up and I was like, oh my God, I could make some wigs for your dolls. So within a couple, maybe like 20, 30 minutes, I had the first wig made. Obviously it wasn't as perfect as they are now, but so I just started posting it on Instagram, just something as like a joke or something that I was doing with my daughter because I was teaching her how to use hot tools and like we were doing a bunch of fun stuff with it. And then I just started going viral, and then I'm just like, I just need to start taking this serious. So so I just it took me a year to get the wigs right, to perfect them. And I'm glad I did. Everything that I've went through this year with doing them and things that I've learned about different dog communities and things like that, I'm just grateful for everything, the whole experience that I've been through this far.
Absolutely. So what has been one of the challenges that you've had to overcome now that you are in the business of making wigs for dolls?
It's still a challenge. Learning to overcome it. But at this point, it's just like, I don't really care as much as I used to about it. And that's just what the people online have to say about it. I remember when I first posted it, and those people were like chewing me alive. Like I was every name in the book, even like now, on Facebook, I get like a lot of racist comments about it and like people calling me ghetto and just a bunch of stuff. And it used to bother me at first because I was so set on trying to get people to see where I was coming from with it. And just going back and forth with people and things like that. But then I'm just like, as I'm maturing, I'm like, I don't have to do that. Either you're going to understand it or you don't. And now that I've changed my mindset about it, I get a lot more good than bad, and I really do just believe it's because I changed my mindset about it.
Absolutely. And I think the one thing that people don't understand, and I love how you talked about, what happened with your daughter and her dog, because I know I can't remember how many dogs I heard I'd have messed up when when I was a kid, because it falls somewhere, or the cat gets it or whatever, right? And
Right.
so like to be like, I can, instead of having to buy a new dog, you just shave the hair off and give it a wig,
Just change the hair.
Yep, and you get to have a whole new life, because the most people don't understand is that the dolls that we have are a reflection of us, right? And so it's so you want to be able to do the same thing that you can do with your hair with your dolls, And I think the biggest problem that companies have had for a very long time, they're finally getting it together. It took them long enough, but we didn't have texture for hair for a long time. It was the curly, and that was it.
Exactly.
Christy had some super tight curls, and there was no other options, right? You couldn't change their hairstyle. So the fact that you're able to change their hairstyles, and one thing that I love that I just saw was the fact that you have a thing where you can actually change the color, because you have the chalk, right?
Yes. Yes, hopefully the chalk will be good to go the beginning of this coming year. But yes, I feel like with the chalk, it'll just I feel like the whole thing is a way to get children back with playing with dolls, and
Yes.
allow you to be creative. But with the chalk, to me, that's kind of like the icing on the cake with it, especially being that you can color it as many times, you can wash it out, you can style it, and it'll bring out the creativity in anyone, no matter the age.
Oh, absolutely. And I think when it comes to being able to change out the hair colors and all that kind of stuff, that's just a new thing. But I think the problem that we have now is that, like you said, kids don't play with dolls, they watch dolls. Like, these new kids are watching Barbie, and I was like, watch Barbie? How? What? We used to create the stories for Barbie. Now y'all sitting there watching her, and I'm like, how does this work? Because you remember, because I know because when you get your Barbie, you try to figure out what you're gonna do with it, and this and the third, and sometimes you get the houses, and that takes 3 to 4 hours. And I'm just like, how? Like, some assembly required is a lot. It's all assembly required except for 2 things.
Right.
Not warn you, but I say that to say, we need to get kids back into having fun with their toys and understanding the power of being able to be creative, not necessarily just watching something on TV all day.
Exactly. Let's get them off these tablets and get them doing something. And it's a learning experience, but it's also it's one of those things to where you're learning, but you don't know that you're learning because you're having a good time doing it. It's also a good way for you to bond with your child as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what has been your most memorable experience from a customer regarding your wigs?
My most memorable experience, and this is where I decided to, let me take it a little bit more serious, was the beginning of this year. I had a mom reach out to me, and she was telling me how her daughter wears wigs. She has alopecia, she wears wigs, and if I can send her daughter a doll with some matching wigs to match her wigs, as a form of comfort and for her child to feel seen. And I'm like, you know what? That's a really good idea. So I found her a doll to match her daughter's skin tone, and I think I sent her, I believe it was about 2 wigs to match the wigs that her daughter was wearing. I think that's really what made me decide, let me take this serious. This is something that can also have people, not just kids, but adults too, feel good about themselves and feel represented and feel seen. I feel like the whole thing with the dolls, with the wigs, I feel like it just benefits so many different communities. And I did not realize that until I did that for her. So, and I was like, let me just take it serious. So then I had people in the dog community start reaching out to me, and they take them dolls serious.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize how serious
they really do. Look. Look, they have whole wardrobes for their dolls. Wardrobes,
yes,
honey.
they pay top dollar for those dolls, and you can't even do anything with their hair. So, yeah, that was one of my most memorable moments from it.
And here goes the power of social media. I believe that's one of the videos about how I found you.
Really?
That went viral.
Yeah.
I remember specifically that piece, and I'm like, I hope to talk about the one that piece, and that was it. I tell people all the time, you literally never know who you're talking to, and I was like, I need to reach out to her. She's doing some really dope stuff, and now you're here. When it comes down to social media, there's so much craziness. You want to be able to embrace the people that are doing phenomenal things, and she's doing amazing things for sure.
Yeah, so my ultimate goal is to get my own dolls, because right now I just do the wigs. So now that I feel like I have things to where I want them to be, the wigs are how I want them to be, I'm going to start looking into options for funding to get my own dolls, and then I can go for it from there and send about getting them on the shelves and things like that. But I'm really optimistic about 2025. I feel like a lot of good things for me are going to happen.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So when everything is said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
Oof. Dang, that's a good question. I want people to look at my journey and know my story, and to know that no matter how old you are, if you have an idea in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. To never, just do not sleep on an idea, especially if it's an idea that's pressing you. Like I remember when the idea first came to me, it was like I couldn't sleep. I'm like, I have to get this off the ground before somebody else do.
Wow.
I want people to look back and to know that literally everything, from the phone that I'm holding to the TV I'm looking at, everything literally starts with an idea. And
yes,
a lot of my content, I don't know if you noticed, I have my playlist in the background. I don't know if you like a lot of my content, I'll play music in the background, and it's like music from like the 90s and things like that, because I want to show my age. And
right.
and I get like a lot of people telling me all the time, like, oh, your playlist is fire, blah blah blah. But I'm intentionally doing that because I want y'all to know my age, and to know no matter your age, it's like you can literally start. Don't let your age get in the way of you starting something, or you feeling like it's too late.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's so focused on these young kids now, and I'm like, yeah, but at the same token, they had the advantage very, very young, right? So when you're getting to your 20s and your 30s and whatnot, you are way more seasoned. You're not making the same crazy mistakes that a lot of these young kids are making. You understand the value of a dollar. You understand we understand that we don't try to keep up with the Joneses, because we know the Joneses went broke and they're sitting down bankruptcy right now. So we understand that. most people are still in that stage of like, let's have the money phone, and we're like, no, what are y'all doing? Because if they check your location, they find where you are. That's all bad. Like, we understand that these young kids don't get that part yet. Exactly. But we understand, and especially with you having a young daughter, you understand that you have to be an example for her, and that you want her to lead when it comes to what she's doing.
Exactly. And that's another thing too, why I did not stop doing it. Because I want her, with children, a lot of times when if it's something that they want to do, and if they don't get it the first 1 or 2 times, they immediately get frustrated with it. And a thing that I want to teach her is to keep going. All you have to do is practice. Just like she loves to draw, so when it's not turning out how she wants it to turn out, she gets frustrated and things like that. I'm like, no, you got to keep doing it. And then she'll keep doing it, and she'll end up making something really pretty. I'm like, see? So I want to always be a reflection of that. I want her to always see me being able to keep going.
Yes. It is so important to just keep going, keep moving forward, because especially with what you're doing, with what you're doing right now, I guarantee you're going to change lives, because people don't understand that representation matters. And it's so important, especially right now, because we don't have the let me phrase that. We still have some, but we don't have enough representation when it comes to us to let our little girls know how beautiful they are, period.
Exactly.
So, yes. So, speaking of your playlist, so what is on your playlist?
Let's see what's on there. So I have a lot of Aaliyah, Mary J, Biggie, a lot of artists from that period in time. A lot of 90s, that Toni Braxton. That's pretty much what I like to listen to. Anita Baker. I love all that music.
Nice. Yes. Oh, well, you're definitely gonna love Nexxlegacy, because that's what we do. Is we have all genres, but we definitely have the 90s mixed all up in there and every day. So
I noticed that yesterday. When I got on the app.
Yes. So go ahead and give your shout outs real quick before we get out of here.
You can find me on, first of all, check out my website. I do make wigs for humans as well. You can check me out at TiaDwanaCollection.com, my Instagram, TikTok, and Instagram. Yeah, Tia Dwana Collection. Check out my doll line. If you're able to donate to help me get my own dolls, you can donate, or just enjoy the content. I have a lot of good ideas and a lot of things to look forward to in 2025.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, you are doing some phenomenal things. I look forward to all the amazing things that you're going to do in 2025.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year to you, Queen.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well.
All right, you guys, Happy New Year, and continue to express what makes you unique, because Danaya Azure Radio is about to be amazing in 2025. Stay tuned.
They got you down, crying out. Nexxlegacy.
Are you searching for the perfect gift? Or do you just need a unique statement piece for yourself? Well, either way, Danaya is your help you out. What you need is the S4S jewelry collection by Danaya Designs for You. S4S stands for strictly for a stage. Stand out at your next photo or video shoot. Snag that magazine cover. Go from being a part-time extra to an actor or actress who stays booked. Or just be the talk of the town at every event. Danaya Designs for You jewelry is handcrafted and Chicago made for men, women, and children. To start your collection, simply go to www.danayaazure.com. That's www.danayaazure.com. That's www.danayaazure.com.
Nexxlegacy.